What's up, crypto crew? Get comfortable because today's episode is an absolute bomb. Right now in Davos, an event is happening that could explode the entire crypto market. U.S. President Donald Trump is personally meeting with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. And this isn't just a tea party, it's a potential launch of XRP to the $20 orbit. Let's break down what this means for us and how realistic these numbers actually are. Davos 2026, where billions are born. Picture this: World Economic Forum in Davos, January 19th, 2026. Around you, presidents, prime ministers, heads of the world's largest corporations. And among them is our old friend Donald Trump, who isn't just a businessman anymore, but the President of the United States. And he's personally taking time to meet with Brad Garlinghouse. But this isn't their first meeting. Remember, back on January 8, 2025, there was a private dinner at Mar-a-Lago residence where Garlinghouse and Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, sat at the same table with Trump. Brad called it a strong start to 2025, and the market reacted instantly. XRP shot up 10 to 12%. Now the question is, if there was a 12% growth then, what will happen now when the meeting is on the global stage? Trump in Davos has attracted the attention of all world leaders, and his meeting with Ripple has gained international event status. $20 for XRP, fantasy or tomorrow's reality? Let's be honest. When you hear XRP at $20, your first thought is, come on, that's a fairy tale. But hold on, let's do the math together. The math that bothers and inspires. For XRP to be worth $20, its market capitalization needs to grow to $1.04–1.1 trillion. For context, there are currently about 55 billion XRP tokens in circulation. At $20, Ripple would surpass Ethereum and become the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. For comparison, Bitcoin's market cap reached $1.91 trillion at its peak, Ethereum, about $440 billion. So XRP would need to triple its current size and join this elite club. Sounds unrealistic? Maybe. But let's see what the experts are saying. What analysts say. From skeptics to maximalists. Skeptics say, technically possible, but investing haven analysts believe that without serious structural changes, XRP won't reach $20 before 2035. So if everything stays the same, yeah, that's fantasy. Consensus forecasts. Most analytical platforms show a range of 271,860 for 2026, with an average around 390. This is realistic, it's substantiated, it's the base case scenario. Bulls shout, X-Force Global Analyst, using Elliott Wave theory, predicts $20–30 in the current bull cycle. He claims XRP has entered the third wave, the most powerful growth phase. First target, 16.3, then correction, then final push to 27. Maximalists believe analyst XR Punky, based on the pattern from 2017, states directly, 20+'s target for XRP is a given. He gives specific timelines, August–September 2025. If momentum slows, the cycle could extend to Q4 2025 or Q1 2026. Probability? According to CoinCodex algorithms, the probability of reaching $20 by end of 2026 is only 0.29%. Sounds depressing, but remember, Bitcoin was also once worth pennies, and everyone said $1,000 was impossible. Technical breakdown. Where we stand right now. Okay, let's step away from the $20 numbers and look at what's happening right now, this week. Current levels, our benchmarks. Where we are, XRP is currently trading around $2.02.15. This is after correction from the all-time high of 3.65 we saw in July 2025. Support, $2.05 to $2.10. This is our foundation. If the price holds here, it means the foundation is strong. First hurdle, 320, this is the key psychological barrier. Break through it, and the path opens to 360 and above. Critical level, 400, this is where everything will be decided. X-Force Global Analyst calls $4 the main obstacle on the way to $20. Break $4 and the real party begins. Intermediate target, 10 zeros. Here XRP would reach Ethereum-level market cap, requiring massive institutional adoption by banks and CBDCs. Elliott Wave Theory. What does it say? If you don't like technical analysis, just remember this. X-Force Global believes we've entered the third wave. This is the most powerful growth phase. Historically, the third wave brings the biggest gains. The scenario suggests XRP first reaches 16.3, then corrects to $6. Yes, a 60% drop. That's normal for crypto. Then final surge to $27. Important point, the analyst directly states, we are very close to strong upward movement. There are no signals indicating deeper decline. This means, sit down, buckle up, takeoff could begin any moment. Trump factor, how one man changes the entire game. From persecution to embrace. Remember how just a couple years ago, SEC was hunting Ripple like witch hunters? Everything has changed. After Trump took power, SEC terminated or suspended at least 12 cases against crypto companies, including Ripple. Democrats in the House are literally furious about this. They accuse SEC of political connections influencing enforcement outcomes. Maxine Waters, Democratic leader, even wrote an angry letter demanding explanations. But here's the paradox. This pressure creates perfect conditions for XRP growth. While Democrats are complaining, Ripple is quietly developing. The most crypto-friendly administration in history. Trump didn't just stop persecuting crypto. He created the most crypto-friendly administration in U.S. history. Elon Musk, David Sachs, they're all planning to focus on cryptocurrencies and AI. The Mar-a-Lago meeting discussed regulatory clarity and the future of blockchain technology. And on July 19, 2025, Trump directly stated, the technological foundation of the financial system is decades out of date. Payments are expensive and take days or weeks. Sound familiar? This literally copies Ripple's thesis about modernizing payment infrastructure using XRP. What's driving XRP from within? Fundamental factors. Ripple's U.S. offensive. Ripple is actively expanding its U.S. presence. In recent weeks of 2024, they signed more deals than in the previous 6 months and posted 75% of job openings in America. This isn't talk, this is action. New RLUSD stablecoin. Ripple launched the RLUSD stablecoin under regulatory oversight from New York DFS. Ripple President Monica Long stated the token will appear on more exchanges in the near future. And Ripple's payment operations doubled transaction volume, which will accelerate RLUSD adoption. XRP ETF, just a matter of time. Long also expects growth in spot XRP ETF applications and believes regulators may approve them faster than many expect. If SEC approves XRP ETF, it opens the door for billions in institutional money. Cold shower. Risks we need to remember. Okay, let's admit it. While we're all excited here, there are objective risks. Political risk. Democrats aren't giving up. They continue pressuring SEC, demanding explanations about Justin Sun's connections to China. If political pressure intensifies, Ripple could find itself in the crosshairs again. Technical risk. Remember I mentioned the third wave? Well, after reaching 16.3, correction to $6 is possible. That's a 60% loss from peak values. If you're trading with leverage, this will destroy your position. Be careful. Market risk. Reaching $20 requires not just adoption, but massive global adoption and institutions ready to invest trillions. If XRP hits $20 but fails to maintain utility and demand, a massive sell-off could drag the price back down. Probability? Numbers don't lie. According to CoinCodex algorithms, the probability of reaching $20 by end of 2026 is only 0.29%. That's almost zero. But remember, all these algorithms are built on historical data, and crypto is a non-standard situation. Bottom line, the $20 question. Friends, let's be honest, the Trump-Garlinghouse meeting in Davos is a symbol that crypto is ceasing to be an outcast and becoming part of the global financial system. XRP stands at a crossroads. Either it becomes the foundation for a new payment infrastructure or remains just another speculative asset. If you're investors, the key is not to chase the $20 dream, but to assess risks realistically. As X-Force Global Analyst says, $20 target is possible, but the path will be volatile and unpredictable. For the market, 2026 will be defining. If XRP can break through 320, then $4, the path to $20 becomes more tangible. But without fundamental adoption and regulatory clarity, even Trump's support may not be enough. The $20 XRP prediction captures imagination, but prudent investors should focus on incremental milestones. 320, $4, $8, each level requiring validation through adoption, regulation, and market structure. The Davos meeting is a promising start, but the journey to $20 is a marathon, not a sprint. So what's the verdict? The meeting is real, the potential is huge, but the risks are massive. Keep your cool, manage your risks, and remember, in crypto, anything is possible, but not everything that glitters is gold. Or in our case, not every $20 prediction ends up in your wallet. Stay sharp, crypto crew.